You want me to get out of the way, Felix?
No, I'll need you in a second, I think. Okay, so present we have Sandra. Hello, Sandra. And Colette. Colette is your mother-in-law, and you live together in the Netherlands. Is that correct? And Colette is a friend of mine on Facebook, and I put out the notice, and obviously she told you about what's going on today. So you have a fear of needles. Can you tell me how it's a fear for you? How does it affect your life?
It's just like, I feel like, what if the needle is going to go inside me and it's going to go in the wrong place, or what if it breaks? What's going to happen, like if I'm going to get bruised, because then I cannot move my hand, and it's really painful for, I think so, few days, and that's what my fear comes from.
So if the fear is, what if they can't find the right place? What's the fear? That they'll keep trying to puncture you over and over to find out?
Yeah.
And it would be more painful. So is it the fear of the actual pain of it?
Yeah.
Okay. The needle getting stuck doesn't sound nice. Have you ever heard of a situation, or is that just from imagination?
Yes, I did. That's the thing, that the needle just broke inside the skin. And that was really painful. I've never seen it, but I have heard that. So that's always been like in my brain, like, whenever I'm going to have a vaccination or a shot or anything, since I was a child, I always had that fear, like, what if it's going to break inside my nerve or in my hand? What's going to happen afterwards? That's the thing that scares me to death, I think.
They can't be removed. It's like it's in my bloodstream or something like that, or
yeah, kind of.
Okay, so because I appreciate it's a bit like a metal splinter. And, how do splinters come out? I don't know. I think some come out on their own somehow. I think we grow them out. I'll have to find out. So just to be clear for you, because a lot of people say to me, I can't see it on TV. I can't see somebody else injected. Other people say, oh, I don't mind seeing it. And other people, I just don't like me being injected. So in your case, is it just relevant to you, or could you see Colette being injected, or would that be a problem?
Oh, no, I cannot see anyone else also getting injected, even though if I'm watching TV also, and if there's something like that comes with operation or needles, it's just like too much for me to watch, and then I'll just probably change it, or I just don't sit there. I cannot.
Okay. And you said you sort of felt this way as a young child. But no obvious reason. You didn't have an injection go wrong for you or anything like that?
No, never.
Okay, just we don't know exactly when it started. Okay.
Yeah.
As in, it wasn't a discernible traumatic event in your period. Okay, fine. So just tell me a little bit about how this stops you. So I understand you're pregnant. Congratulations. And when are you due?
I'm due on the 22nd May, 2021. Yeah.
Okay, so coming close. And obviously, I remember when my wife was pregnant, there was some vitamin B injections and other things, and just checking and stuff like that. So how's that been for you, that experience?
I'm not actually thinking about that right now, because I'm thinking about the positive things also, that, what's going to happen afterwards is going to be worth it. Like having my baby in my arms is going to be worth it, but I'm not thinking too much about it right now.
Yeah. Who wants to think about stuff like that? But we don't want to have a baby every time to get over the fear, because the maternal instinct will be stronger. But what happens when it's not about a baby? Okay. So obviously, blood tests and things like that. It's not just COVID vaccinations. We need other things, blood tests and injections. Okay. Colette, can you tell me a little bit in your observations? Can you recall some experiences of how this has been a problem, not just for Sandra, but perhaps sometimes the family, in terms of maybe going on holidays and immunization or inoculations or anything like that?
Oh no, it's much simpler than that. She has to be blood tested every 2 to 3 weeks, and her husband, my son, is working quite a way away, so it's more or less my job to accompany her. And I haven't got any bother with being, I used to be a blood donor, so for me it's really weird. And then all of a sudden I see this lovely girl going completely in a panic. completely in a panic, and she goes completely rigid.
Right. Yeah, that's that sort of freeze response.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for you, you think like, well, I give blood all the time. What's the point of a tiny little bit of pain? What
Yes.
about, how's the rest of the family? How's your husband and other people with this?
And he's getting a bit fed up with it, because he said, I can't handle this, Mum. He said, for me, it's just normal. I mean, when I used to be blood donor, he used to come with me. He's had to give blood sometimes at the past himself. So he doesn't get it.
Right. So you have sounds like a little bit of an unsympathetic family. Right?
Yeah, very not.
Get over it. Come on, it's just a tiny, but obviously it's a big fear for you, and it makes you freeze. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously at this point in time, I mean, your main priorities right now. Today's a Thursday, and on Monday you're going for some tests. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm going for my shot, Klinkhoos it's called.
Okay.
And
It's coughing,
yeah.
whooping cough.
Yeah.
Whooping cough. Okay.
So
Right.
I'm being shot for that, for my pregnancy.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is maximum panic, you know, uncontrolled panic, 1 is the minimum, 0 is none, where would you rate your fear on that scale? How strong is your fear?
I think I don't have fear right now. I'm really calm, and I can go and, like, you know, I'm not going to be like screaming and shouting. But the moment I sit and I just look at the needle coming at me, that's the moment I just think that it's,
Okay.
I think 8 I can rate.
Okay. And
But
tell me, sorry, just tell me a little bit. Can you see this? Can you see this?
oh yeah.
Okay. So what do you think when I'm doing, drop the thing. I've got this little needle here, and you can
Yes.
see. So
Yeah.
if I'm poking myself with that, does that do anything for you? Does that make?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. So that is you actually need to see it going in.
Yeah.
I'm not actually qualified to do that to myself. But some people are like, oh, they'd even see the needle and go, oh, you know, I can't even hold it. Oh, keep it away from me. And obviously at the end of the session, I can't always bring a nurse in, but they're sort of stroking themselves with the needle and doing little jabs. So they're going, okay, well, that's all right. You know, I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have a needle with you, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not.
okay.
We have
Sorry.
needles.
So I'd like to do just something a bit similar. Can you hold that needle in your hand, Sandra?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's it like? Can you, okay, great. And are you able to sort of scratch yourself with it and do things like that with it?
Yeah, that's I don't have fear of that. Just getting it inside my skin is
Okay.
very scary.
It does have to be actually injected in it. Okay. Well,
Yes.
unless someone's qualified to do that, then
No.
we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would it mean to you if, you know, everything goes well on our session, you're able to have an injection, you're able to cope? And I don't necessarily mean that there is no discomfort, no fear. Coping is being able to do something, and it won't stop you doing what you want. So, you know, I don't particularly like changing nappies when my kids were young, but I had no problem doing it. You know, I'd rather not. It's not something I love doing, but I can easily do if I had to. It even get to the point where, oh, don't worry, I'll change them. I can say to my wife, yeah. So, you know, if there's a magic button, you never need to do them forever. I go, okay, great. So what would it mean to you if the session was successful for you?
I think that would be helpful for my entire life, because then I can finally take my kids out for vaccination by myself without asking my mother-in-law or my husband to go and just take the kids for vaccination. But then I can actually go by myself and have the confidence to, like, you know, like, carry my child and just look at what's going on, and the baby is doing fine. That's the thing. I think that's going to be helpful for me in my future life also.
Oh, definitely. So you can take them there. You don't need someone else. And, you know, Colette, your husband might be indisposed and you might need to do it urgently.
Yeah.
You do it probably out of sheer determination, but it's putting yourself through a hard time, and sometimes the children pick it up as well. So we want to do things the easy way, not the hard way.
Yeah.
And so your children are your priority, being able to help them, having injections for them as well. Travel in the future, inoculation, immunization. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I think we've covered everything. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. That's usually all I need. If by any chance, I'm going to show this very quickly to everybody and say, oh, can you ask her to say that again and more on this, or can you ask this? Would it be okay to give you a quick call and just have to wear the same tops as before? But otherwise,
No problem.
great. Okay, so thank you. I'll send this off and I'm sure it's fine.